Oh my lord, we are good looking. Hello, comic fans.
Sup, y'all?
Welcome to the last couch of the year.
Oh, wow.
Suckers.
That's weird to think.
Already coming in from chat. Rose Kirby on YouTube. What's up, Rose? We love you,
Hey,
Rose.
what's up?
Says hi, CryptoComics. Good morning. Only 46 hours to the new year. We are looking forward to it. Tell you that much right now. GF Andrew D 1981 on Twitch says, "What's up, guys? Hope you're having a great night. I'm just chilling, playing around on my new drawing tablet."
Yeah, he
You
sent me a picture. It's actually looking pretty good.
Ooh, I saw something. I think it was a wolf. Is it a wolf?
I think so, yeah.
Posted a wolf on social media. It was pretty cool. Sean Keenan on Facebook from Australia. That's right. They have the Book of Faces in Australia as well. He says, "Hey guys." Hello, Sean. Hello to one of my favorite creators. All right, so tonight we're going to do things a little bit differently. Since it's the last episode of 2020, we're going to have some fun with it, because if you ask for permission, people can say no. But if you beg for forgiveness, then
they eventually got to say no.
Somebody might say no. So
I'm married, so forgiveness is not something that I know of.
Oh, well, it's a new year, new beginnings.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's always a good thing. I'm not sure why that goes along with being married. I think I do.
You were married once. Are you forgiven?
It was 84 years ago.
Speaking of 84.
Oh, Lord, are we jumping right into it? All right.
No, we can break that down later. No, we can break that down.
No, let's just go right into it. Why not? So,
all right.
So, hopping right over into the news, we've got the new Wonder Woman came out. I was really looking forward to it.
Yeah.
I'm not sure that the marketing was in line. It looks like a certain graphic designer might have had 10 minutes to kill before a stream and threw something together. Yeah.
So yeah, I gotta say it probably still looks
awful.
better than the graphics in that movie.
It was awful. It was awful.
It had its good moments, and yes, but the ending was good.
It was awful.
I actually overall enjoyed the movie, but I had some serious problems with it.
Matt and Frey on Facebook says, "Hey guys, and everyone on internet lands.
Hi."
Somebody needs to make like a topographical map of the internet lands.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
God, what would that look like?
I don't know, but it'd be hilarious. I'm hoping.
I think if you made a map of the internet lands, half of it would have to be censored.
Yeah, well, that'd probably be Reddit. You know what I mean? Rose Kirby on YouTube says it's 2 a.m. in the UK, so what's going to happen and at what time will things start? So yeah, we'll do that.
Let's do it.
So because of the holidays and everything like that, we've limited down our streaming schedule just a little bit so that people can spend time with their families and have a good time and do presents and do all that kind of stuff. That being said, we are going to celebrate New Year's with a stream. It is going to be absolutely insane. We've got Tom Rapka's gonna be joining us.
That's gonna be cool.
It's gonna be sweet. And basically it'll be me and Jared doing our very best at counting down the New Year's ball drop, we'll say. I don't even know if they're doing a ball drop, man. I gotta get things in order. But yeah, we're gonna be restreaming and doing it in real time and having fun for all 4 of the contingent United States time zones. We realized we've got people like Rose and other viewers around the world and stuff like that. We thought about doing a 24-hour stream, and then I decided that 4.5 or so hours might be long enough. Yeah, so we're gonna start that stream about a half hour before midnight on the East Coast, and we're gonna run that thing as long as we possibly can.
Now, the cool part about that is Tom is actually dropping a new comic on Kickstarter with T3 Comics, isn't he?
That's right. Yeah. So we're going to be bringing in the new year with a new comic. I think
that's awesome.
We're going to have fun. We're going to start out the right way.
All right.
With some badass zombie indie comics.
I might have to join you guys for just a few minutes because there's a badge for the system for that. So Yeah.
Ooh.
I could join you guys for the giveaway on that one.
Squeeze in, do the badge giveaway, and slide away. M. Scott Russell's wife here throws a party every New Year's, and she told me that she would tase me if I forced him to be on this stream. I don't want to get tased.
It's not that bad.
So I appreciate you joining us, but make sure your wife knows it wasn't my idea.
Oh, no, I'm going to sneak away. It's okay.
Oh, okay. Well, she watches the show every once in a while, so you might not want to be too vocal about that. Just throwing it out there, man. Looking out for you, homie. Kathleen on Facebook says they do a potato drop in Boise. Hey, we could watch a potato drop. We could watch anything drop. Drop like a shoe or a comic or a beer or
Jared. No, never drop a beer.
Dude, we should rig something up to where we drop Jared directly at midnight.
I'm okay with that.
I think that'd be awesome. Amy Frazier comes on Facebook saying, "Don't tase me, bro." I tell that to Joe every time I think he's mad at me. Half the time he's not mad at me when I say it, and when he is mad at me, I miss the opportunity. I feel like I let everybody down. So let's see. Yeah, so we're going to be doing that. We've got How to Draw a Naya with Chad Harden.
That's going to be awesome. That's on the 6th.
That's on the 6th. Yeah, so that's going to be friggin' awesome. We'll be talking more about that as it comes up. We've also got a crowdfunding launch with Temerity. I'm very much looking forward to and don't know how much I'm allowed to say.
As far as I know, nothing yet. Not even that.
I can tell you that I have had the obligation to early read that book. And it's fantastic. It is so good. That book is going to be everywhere here pretty soon. I feel like it. So let's see. Let's go into like the current news real quick because we only got a couple of things to hit. We already hit Wonder Woman, or we all got hit by Wonder Woman. If you chose to waste 2.5 hours of your time watching it with your children that stared at you in disbelief. Mistakes were made. At what point do we just quit trusting DC? You know what I mean?
They've had some issues.
We'll talk about that too tonight. So let's see. In the news, and this is like one of the most amazing things.
Holy crap. I'm in trouble.
Oh.
Yeah.
Everybody say hi to M. Scott Russell's wife and beg for forgiveness with me.
Yep.
So first article of news that I had to hit. Jim Lee hand delivers sketches to essential workers on Christmas Eve. This is legit. This really happened.
That's awesome.
Around on Christmas Eve, handing Jim Lee sketches out to people and didn't put anything on social media, didn't put anything out for himself, didn't market it whatsoever, didn't do anything like that. Just did nice guy Jim Lee stuff. You know what I mean?
That makes it even cooler. Like,
and how people figured it out makes it even cooler. People were literally going on to Twitter or Facebook and saying, "Hey, this weird Asian guy just dropped off a sketch of Batman." You know what I mean? And then you see the rest of the internet jumping in and be like, "What? You just got a Jim Lee? Like, what do you mean you don't know who this guy that buys coffee from you?" You know?
Oh, that's so awesome. Cool. Yeah.
So cool.
I would kill for a Jim Lee sketch. So I think it is unfair to those of us in Idaho. Jim, if you're out there, you need to start coming to Idaho and dropping some stuff off.
I mean, yeah, or we could just go to California.
No, I'm mad at this point. He's got to come to me to,
Yeah. How dare he not recognize you as an essential worker?
I know, right?
Jeez. Okay, let me jump in chat real quick. It says there's going to be 4 time zones, so who will be starting the party? Basically, we'll start about a half hour before East Coast time. So 11:30 p.m. Eastern. And I don't know, we'll probably have some other guests on, perhaps. We're not really sure. We're just going to have fun and wing it and do what we do and try to make so it's a fun stream for people to watch. We know a lot of people are going to be kind of locked down in their houses and under quarantine and stuff like that. So we're just going to try to do our best to have something fun for the community to kind of all jump in chat and
There we go.
make fun of us. You know what I mean? GF Andrew D says fangirling about that one. I think he was talking about the Temerity book.
Yep.
It'd be very cool. Dominic on Facebook says, looking forward to starting the new year with y'all. Huh? Thanks, Dominic.
It'll be awesome.
We're gonna have fun. We're gonna have a hell of a. I promise. We'll make it fun. I don't promise that it'll be safe for work.
I was going to say, are you going to remain sober for this party? Because
what's sober?
It's a new year. No, I don't think that's, yeah.
Leslie on Facebook says, hey guys. Hey, Leslie.
Hey, what's up?
Joe Frazier. Uh-oh.
Don't tase me, bro.
Make sure I'm not in trouble. Joe Frazier on YouTube says, I'm curious as to why Wonder Woman was so bad. I haven't seen it yet. Perhaps that's a private conversation if it really was that bad, huh? Oh, no. Let's make it public.
Okay. So, first off, let's compare it to the first one.
Okay. I like that. Yeah, let's go.
I'm going to say the graphics for the first one were so much better.
Do you mean like the CGI?
Yes.
Okay.
Hands down, so much better. All the fight scenes look more natural. This one, there was so much of the wire work.
The running.
Yeah.
Especially.
Now, if you watch, what was it? Captain America Civil War, how they actually did the running scenes where they were running faster than the cars, that was a practical effect, not a CGI.
And in Wonder Woman, I prepared a meme for this.
I do got to say, those scenes with Steve Trevor were actually pretty good. Yeah. I really
those ones were cool.
Yeah, I think it worked well.
I will also add that the lasso CGI and every other, Wonder Woman appearance in DC film, her own Justice, everything was dramatically better. Yeah. Whoever was doing the CGI for the lasso on this go around, it was awful.
It really was.
There was no weight to it. It had it's supposedly has no lengths because she's roping clouds and stuff with it. But at the same time, she runs out of rope at one point in the movie. So
yeah,
it just doesn't make any sense. There's no continuity. And I know it's a comic book movie. It's all there for fun. But there's so many things that were like big elements that won't even explain.
So bad as far as the graphics. And I love comic book movies. I love Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman. She's, I think, phenomenal as far as Batman v Superman. She was hands down the best part about that movie. And she's continued to impress ever since. I think the story on this wasn't as good. But it was still, actually, the story wasn't that bad, but just the CGI took you out of the story so much.
I thought Cheetah was great. I thought that character was performed really well.
Kristen Wiig, going into that movie, I was like, she will be the downfall of this movie.
Oh, she's badass.
I have seen her in so many different movies, and I'm like, no, she's not Cheetah. But she pulled it off. She really did.
I want to see her as Cheetah in other movies. And that's another thing. So I'm going to try to do this without spoilers, if possible. We try to not ever do spoilers on this show unless it's been a couple of years. But at one point of the movie, actually, I can't even bring it up without doing a spoiler. But if you pay attention to Cheetah's character and at the end, and the fact that there's no way the ending that happens to everyone else could have happened to her, that continuity doesn't make any sense whatsoever. But I hope they bring her back as a convention character that comes back through, because I thought she played it really well. Her and Gal Gadot are really good together. And even with a crappy script, I think they made a lot of progress with it. But
so one thing I do like about that movie was in the first one, they kind of kept flip-flopping as to who the bad guy was. It was Wonder Woman trying to save everybody from the evil god Ares. And then at the end, they were like, oh, it's just man and his greed. And so, oh crap, we're all
Careful with the
sad.
spoilers.
And then
Careful with the spoilers.
I said the original Wonder
Yeah.
Woman. It's been years. Okay.
Okay.
So spoiler alert for the original Wonder Woman when we're talking about the sequel. It flips again at the end going, no, we were just kidding. It really is Ares. This one, it kept their villain consistent through the whole, all three acts of the movie. And I did like that. And I did really appreciate that. And that was really good. I think the ending for Wonder Woman 84 was better than the ending for the original Wonder Woman.
Mm. Yeah. I don't know.
Especially the after credit scene. You know, it's a comic book movie.
I
so
thought that was awful.
Really?
Oh, just that was so cringeworthy. I was
Oh,
like,
no,
man,
no.
y'all just phoned this one in.
No, see, I was thinking they were setting it up for Circe.
They might be, but we're also talking about DC. They probably did it just because they laid off the guy that writes their end credit scenes.
Yeah.
Leslie on Facebook says, I like WWE 4. That's good. I know a lot of people did like it. I did not.
If you can get past the wireworks and the CGI, the running on the roads, her feet moving just did not match the speed that she was going. It was horrible.
Mythix, what's up, Mythix? Mythix on YouTube says Gal is amazing on there. Gal, that woman can act.
She is consistently good.
Yeah. Rose Kirby says, do you realize that's going to be 3:30 a.m. Central Time? Yeah, we're gonna be rough. Gonna be rough, but we'll make it work. Cameron on Facebook says Cheetah was awesome. Leslie puts a bunch of laughing emojis. Cameron comes back to say cringe. Wonder Woman in heels sends the wrong message. I thought I talked to my daughter about that a little bit. I thought that the way they did her boots was actually kind of brilliant because my daughter says it's called a platform heel, not high heel.
It's a shoe.
That's all I know. I don't know.
It's yeah.
But supposedly that does make sense. So who am I to go against fashion advice? I wear t-shirts provided to me by the company.
So I did love the fact that Pedro Pascal kept saying that no, he's not making fun of Trump throughout this whole movie. But he's got the hair that he keeps playing with, and then halfway through he builds a wall. And I was just like, oh.
Yeah, so, I felt like there was something there for sure. Cameron says, but why the running was off? You know what? That could be true. The running looks off just because it's the heels. I felt like it was the dramatic difference in speed. I mean, she's supposed to be able to run like 70 miles an hour down a freeway, but her legs are moving at like a half a mile an hour jog. You know, they didn't even make it look like she was into the run. She's just kind of.
Yeah, there was one scene where they actually pulled back enough to where her feet, they're showing it hit the ground. Now, the problem was she was still moving as her foot is on the ground. And then they kind of zoomed back in on her, and I was just like, are you kidding me? Like, every footstep is a 50-yard slide? It just...
That will happen.
Well, see, I think they could have just put a little bit more money into the CGI, but then again, they didn't release this in theaters, and I think in the while they're still doing the CGI, they knew they were gonna skip the theaters and just put it directly in. Well, it still made it to theaters a little bit, but
kind of. I know a few people that went and saw it in the theater.
Yeah,
and perhaps that would have helped it. You know, watching it on your comfortable television might make a difference. You know what I mean? But I will tell you one thing that doesn't make a difference is Zack Snyder's inability to be a comic fan. Because we got to bring this up. I made fun of this on Twitter because I had to make fun of this. I felt like it was my job and my duty. Zack Snyder wants to write a comic where Jim Lee draws Joker killing Batman or killing Robin. Excuse me. So let's just take a second to note anyone that's not entirely into comic books, and most anyone else. This has happened. This was one of the best-selling DC comics.
Don't you
ever.
have a copy of that signed?
Yes. Even people that aren't DC fans know all about this book. And now Zack Snyder is coming out saying, wait a minute, I got an idea. So what's really sad is that he's trying to pull Jim Lee's name into this. You know what I mean? Like kind of being like, I'm friends with Jim Lee.
Yeah.
Look how good I can be.
I just keep thinking, wow, Denny O'Neil did that in the 80s. Shut up.
Can't we all just agree that Zack Snyder needs to be at the first round of the next layoffs?
I am actually excited about his involvement, the Zack Snyder's Justice League on HBO Max. I really am. I'm really excited about it. But I think he needs to just stay out of the comic book industry other than make a movie. And actually, if you watch his movies, the extended versions, they make sense.
Yeah, but the problem here is that
except for Martha,
he's now had over a year to look back at everything that people complained about with Justice League, chop it up, re-edit it, make it so none of those things are an issue anymore, and then come out with it as though he just saved the franchise. And I hate that. You know what I mean? I understand that Justice League wasn't his doing.
Mm-hmm.
But I also understand that it didn't need to be good. And I feel like that's all this is an attempt to go back and re-edit. Dude, if I made a comic and it was terrible, and then you went through and took all of the evidence that it was terrible and made those changes and came back out with that comic book, it's still not your comic. It's just your version. And if anybody can just make good versions of previously bad movies, then where's the creativity anymore? I mean, DC's got how many years of backlog content that's actually really damn good that gets entirely ignored because they're so focused on making sure that the next Batman movie, you know, upsets a bunch of people, but then comes out and might be good. You know what I mean? Or the next Joker or the next whatever, you know? And it's, I don't know. I feel like it's just getting played out.
Well, okay. So as far as all the stuff coming off of that, you have Ben Affleck's Batman possibly coming back for another series. I love that because I think Ben Affleck was actually great in Batman v Superman as Batman and especially as Bruce Wayne. In the Justice League, there was too much humor, and that was provided by Joss Whedon. And it just didn't make sense. Batman does not crack jokes.
Why? Michael Keaton cracked jokes. He was still a great Batman.
What jokes did he crack?
My mind just drew a blank, but I know he did.
Huh.
I know he did. Dang it. Wow, did you know that Michael Keaton still occasionally wears his Batman suit for fun?
I heard that on that Jimmy Kimmel interview.
Yeah, that's cool.
So,
let's see. You want to get nuts? Come on, let's get nuts.
That was Bruce Wayne telling the joke.
Oh, come on. I feel like you're just being mean now. You're just being mean-spirited.
Oh, no. I think there is a distinct difference there.
Oh, geez. All right, well, let's just all listen to the DC fanboy.
No, but they do get a lot of things wrong. They really have. And I think primarily the casting of Ezra Miller was wrong.
I think that's one of the right things that they did. I like Ezra Miller.
Oh no, he is a horrible actor, and from everything I've read about him online, not the best person in the world either.
Nah, I'm not either.
We know. I mean, what?
Leslie on Facebook says maybe she was going so fast she didn't need to touch the ground, like someone walking on water.
Oh,
The CGI probably would have made more sense if she was on water.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Anyhow, Cameron says 36.7 million first night. Seriously? Did it do that well? I gotta. Ow.
So I'm trying to figure out, is that in theaters alone, or is that new signups because of to the HBO Max?
Everything I'm seeing is that they hit 16.7 million.
How does that compare to other movies coming out in 2020?
103.2 million over the first weekend. Oh no, that was the first Wonder Woman. I was gonna say.
That seems like a lot for.
Yeah, 16.7 million. People are trying to figure out now if the HBO Max release of it crippled that. Newsflash, of course it did. You're not gonna watch it on both. You know what I mean? So, I mean, 36.7 could be accurate if you factor in the HBO Max subscriptions and stuff. Cameron says Jim Lee is a visionary. Snyder, not so much.
So I do got to say though, my recommendation for the Wonder Woman 1984, it was still good enough. Go see it. Don't spend all the extra money on it. Like, oh, I got to see it in theaters and IMAX. But if it comes to the cheap seats, go see it.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it doesn't hurt. Comic book movie. We're still going to have fun watching it.
Oh, yeah.
We also have fun complaining about them after the fact. Let's see. Andrew on Twitch says, hence the reason I only support indie. That is not a bad thing. That is not a bad thing. In fact, I believe we have a meme prepared for this. Backing creators directly is better than hoping they feed themselves with social media emojis. I prepared a lot of really weird memes tonight, guys. And I mean, you know, because one to simply not use memes to add humor to the last year. And our answer, watch me.
Because aliens.
Yeah, because aliens.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's see. Looks like Cameron's coming in with a few of the jokes that Batman did make. Sucker. Knew it happened. Rose Kirby says she's walking in the air from the snowman. Could be walking in the air. Lisa says, truly, I just enjoyed it because I got to take my son.
That's cool.
That's what it's all about.
Yeah.
That is what it's all about. So let's see. What do we got to go over here? 2020. How do we start this thing? The year in comics.
The dumpster fire of the year.
Yeah.
The whole year was.
So I would like to start this as a positive that I was marked safe from complaining about Concred today, which is arguable, I guess. I kind of miss Concred. But I miss conventions, guys.
Oh, God, so do I.
Okay, so let's break it down. COVID, obviously, happened.
Yeah.
And we were all left like this.
Uh-huh.
Because no conventions. But as a positive,
yeah,
indie fans found comic fans.
It was amazing how, like, see, I remember when indie comics was like, you buy indie comics? Yeah, I love indie comics. Okay. But have you seen the new Ghost Rider? But look at this, you know.
Don't attack Ghost Rider.
No,
don't you do
not.
that.
I'm not.
You could have just as easily said, have you seen the new 52?
No. Ooh.
Don't you go after Ghost Rider.
No. Ghost Rider was, I was being nice. New 52 is no. No.
But yeah, so without conventions, creators were forced to kind of open their wheelhouse a little bit, get creative, which is what they do.
Mm-hmm.
And so we saw a lot of good things. We saw a lot
Oh
of bad
yeah.
things. We saw a lot of good things, namely Kickstarters, Indiegogos, indie comic crowdfunding. I mean, indie creators making a dollar and keeping that dollar rather than making a
Mm-hmm.
dollar for someone else and being really lucky if they saw a tenth of a cent.
Not just that, you have like actually some of the top tier creators from the comic industry that are all of a sudden like, wait a second, if I go indie, I can tell the story I actually want to and
Well,
make a buck.
and as fans, we're like, wait a minute, like we can vote with our wallet. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh,
what do you mean?
what?
What do you mean
Yeah.
I don't have to buy what DC or Marvel tells me to buy? You know what I mean?
And it's been great.
I have been one of those people who for years now have consistently said I hated variant covers. I hated that
Mm.
idea. I didn't want to have to buy the same book 6 times just so that I had the collection of the covers. It drove me nuts.
Wait a second.
And I felt like I needed to.
Hold on. Don't you still do that a lot on Kickstarter?
All the time, baby. Oh, but here's the difference. Old me was just mad about it. New me looks like this.
Oh, they've been great. They like I love all the different like comics on Kickstarter and stuff. Like, speaking of which, you said not to do this, but I don't care.
Oh, if I said not to do it, this is gonna be pretty bad, chat.
This is the latest Kickstarter I got, and I have been dying to open this. So it is from Coffin Comics.
Mm-hmm.
Should we do it?
No, that's why I said not to do it. But you're not going to listen to me.
No, I haven't yet. So, all right. No, I love all the Kickstarters and stuff like that, and all the variants with they're pulling in some great creators that are just making some amazing covers. It's been great.
All
Plus,
right.
we get a
Andrew
work
on Twitch says to do it. Joe says to do it.
Okay.
Just so you guys are aware, the reason I told him not to do it on stream is because I wanted to keep it to where the only time we open Kickstarter packages on stream is if it's a creator that is active inside of CryptoComics. Our way of supporting those creators and saying thank you to them and, help pushing their
those are the people
forward.
we're doing a lot of the Kickstarter release parties with. I just wanted to show that, look, it's not just creators that are in our system that we're supporting. I still go and I still support a wide variety of creators, some of which will probably never be in our system, but they're still out there doing the hustle. So,
yeah. All right. Well, everybody's saying open it. We got Amy Fraser saying open it. We got Joe saying comics, hells yeah.
All right.
We got Joe again saying let's support all indie creators. Leslie says open it. Joe says they'll be in our system eventually. Okay, guys. Okay. Fine.
Ooh.
But I will say that entire bookshelf right there is this way. Ooh. These are all Kickstarter backs from CryptoComics creators.
Oh.
All right, let's see it.
So you got this. It is signed by Brian Polito. Yep. Oh, with a certificate on the back.
One can simply not buy anything of Lady Death or Hell Witch without saying, yes, please have Brian sign this.
Oh. All right. Ooh. Got this little package right here. Let's see what's in here. Whoa. Man, it's spilling everywhere. Okay. So, got this nice little button.
We do enjoy buttons.
Yes, we do. Along with these pins.
Very nice.
Oh, yeah. Man, these are just magnificently drawn, too. Oh, a whole bunch of cards. Here we go. Ooh, oh, this is a refrigerator magnet. Gotta love that.
Doesn't have to go on your refrigerator. You can also put it on my SUV.
Oh, yeah, I could, but I don't want to. Okay. So
What?
we got a whole bunch of cards here. Oh, that one's definitely inappropriate for work. Yeah. So, whew. Wait, this one is not a card. This one is a little mini book. I love this. That is awesome.
You are very excited for a tiny comic book.
It's a tiny comic. That's so cool.
Little known fact, chat, he has tiny little hands, so that tiny comic looks like a normal comic book too.
That just reminded me of that old Whopper commercial with the baby Whopper because the guy had baby hands. Okay, we got this sticker.
Oh,
nice bookmark. Man, there's a calendar.
Oh, 2021 calendar too.
Yeah.
Look forward to that year.
An ad. Yeah, we always have to have ads. Okay, so
Mythix on YouTube says tiny comic book is worth being excited for.
Yes, it is.
Tiny anything creates big excite.
You guys ever play the Pogs?
Yes, dude.
That is awesome. Oh, this is cool.
Ooh, that is neat.
I haven't even got to the comic books yet, besides the tiny comic book. So we have the Lady Death Masters. And then in the same bag, we have the Lady Death Treacherous Infamy. And this one is also signed. So
that's cool.
That is foil awesome. Cover?
Looks like foil cover.
It is.
Amy Fraser comes in saying, "Oh my God, Pogs!"
Ah, dude, those are so awesome.
Do you still have a Slammer?
I don't. I'm gonna have to go find one.
I've got you covered, dude.
Really?
I've legit still got Slammers somewhere. I know I've got them.
Awesome.
I have everything in this place. Ridiculous.
Oh, now to try to put it all back in the box. So yeah.
All right, chat. Is us unboxing different Kickstarters and Indiegogo campaigns that we back? Is that something that you guys would be interested in? Because clearly, people wanted to see what Matt bought. I feel like this has been a missed opportunity at this point. Cameron says yes, Pogs. Yes, around the same time I've seen Lady Death for the first time. You know what,
dude?
That's accurate, bro.
Yeah.
I never thought of that. That is. Amy Fraser says yes, that was fun. Okay, we're gonna start doing that then.
Okay.
Wait, does this mean that we can write these off as business expenses at this point?
I hope so.
We're gonna need some information. Do we have any accountants in chat?
I gotta say, if you just read the first word there, can we write it off as business expenses?
Joe says definitely.
Okay, so we're good.
That's all I read.
We're totally good.
Joe says definitely. Right off for the win.
Yeah. We're going to get a bunch of accountants.
No, they're like, guess who's flagged, sucker? I swear I needed to write off that video card. Okay, so let's see. What else do we have to go over? So, yeah, COVID and quarantine. That was the next thing we were going to talk about.
Rough,
quarantine hit in 2020. That hit everyone that isn't used to working from home. I went the first 3.5 months of quarantine without realizing there was even a quarantine.
See, I used to work from home all the time, and then I started teaching, and it was like, I totally forgot there was a world out here, and I got used to it again. And then all of a sudden, no, you're back at home. And I kind of struggled with it, man. I really did.
Oh, I think a lot of people did, and that's unfortunate. I mean, I will recommend something that's new to me is using a VR to work from home. You can pick up the Oculus Quest 2 for an incredible value for the hardware. And dude, half the day I'm usually sitting on a beach. I just don't realize I'm still actually in my, at
So
my
it's like
desk.
the Spider-Man Far From Home when Samuel Jackson is on the beach.
Yeah, dude, it's perfect. It's a great way to work. Virtual desktop for the win. Shout out for that program. I love that thing.
Can you use a virtual desktop on a Mac?
I don't know.
Oh,
I would assume that they'd have that since it's, productivity. But I'm not sure that you'd want to use virtual desktop. Like I don't use it for rendering video or anything like that. I mean,
you just use
clearly,
it to escape your environment for a while.
I kill enough hardware that way. But if we're going through and like doing schedules or doing stuff like that, or bouncing emails back and forth to creators or conversations, stuff like that we tend to do a lot. Like, yeah, it makes it really nice, and you end up getting a lot done in an
So
allotted amount of time because you're just focused on work.
I gotta
Everything else.
ask, when you put that on, can you still watch like Netflix and make it look like you're in like a theater kind of thing?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yeah, man. Yeah, they got an app called Big Screen for that. It's pretty sweet.
Nice.
Pretty baller. I mean, I feel like it anyways. I'm a nerd though. CryptoComics Joe on Twitch says you can write it off as a business expense on your personal taxes, since they will all be paid with for personal funds. However, be prepared to provide receipts of proof when you're audited. Thanks, Joe. Wah, wah. Oh, wait, we have a sound effect for this.
Yep. So I guess Joe's not going to be buying us Kickstarters. So
this is why we can't have anything nice, because I don't proofread the chat before I pull it up on screen. Andrew on Twitch says, I've been working from home since 2017. It's a constant struggle. I love it, man. I love being able to spend time with my kids while I'm working. I love being able to set my own schedule for the most part, around meetings, stuff like that. And I'm one of those weird people, man, where I get a lot more done at like 3:00 in the morning.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
I've
Sometimes,
always been
guys,
that way.
you have to understand that this man here has messaged me at like 2 or 3 in the morning asking for stuff. And I'm like, what? Huh?
That's why your deliverables should be in Google Drive. They're supposed to be. Yeah, during the day, we've got, tons of communication going back and forth between, just us internally, plus our development team, marketing, with different creators. We've got other clients that we work with, stuff like that, work around, their stuff and whatever needs to be done there. So, I'll bet you it's gotten to the point to where about 40% of my work day, the normal 8-hour period that most people consider a work day, is legitimately just communication, just bouncing communication back and forth. And I'm one of those people where if I have to constantly get pulled from something to have a communication, I lose track of where my mind was in that process. And especially if it's something creative, like working on a new design or video or something like that, come 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, I don't have all those outside, influences coming down, and I can just focus on that one object, that one project, or that one task that I'm focused on. And I tend to get it done faster. I tend to, get it done with a much higher level of proficiency, and especially when we're talking about design stuff, man, my designs that I work on at 3:30 in the morning kick the crap out of the designs I work on at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So I'm happier with what I put out at that point.
I figured that was just booze. All of a sudden, the quality is just dramatically better. And I'm like, wow, dude, what happened?
Like, oh, he stepped up to top shelf whiskey this night.
It does. It really does actually look quite good, especially, yeah.
Oh yeah, it is, because I made it. What's up? Listen, that would have been so much better if I could have kept a straight face.
I know.
Leslie on Facebook says Joe is a riot. He can be. He's mean and he breaks my heart. Kevin on Facebook says the dude is. Andrew on Twitch says, I love WFH also, but the
Work
lack
from
of
home.
human interaction is the struggle. I don't really suffer from lack of human interaction just because, like, we've got Jared. Jared's still old school, man. Everything goes on a phone call with that dude, whether you need it or not.
Well, another thing with Jared is we'll tell him, okay, put it in the calendar so we can see, and he'll write it on a calendar.
Yeah, like on a desk calendar.
Yeah, so we're
I'll be
like,
like, I've had it on my calendar for 3 weeks, guys. Where you been?
yeah,
We're like, what?
Jared, when is this happening? It's on my calendar.
Rose Kirby says it's a wonderful thing of being your own boss, also doing what you want to do. Yep. And that's the thing, man. As long as you are actively working on what you believe in and what you love, then you never really actually work. And I
Yeah.
know that's like a played out cliche, but it's true.
You know, my dad told me that when I was a kid, and I was like, okay, dad's an idiot, you know, because all kids think their dad is an idiot.
Mm-hmm.
Right? It's just a given, it's part of life.
Mine
Uh
don't. My
I
kids don't
guarantee
think
no,
that.
no, they don't tell you, but yet you think it. Okay.
They think I'm heroic. Can you stop it?
No, that's what they
Stop.
tell you. Okay. No, but I remember thinking, man, my dad is an idiot. You know, of course you're going to work. It's work, right? And
Mm-hmm.
man, growing up, and it's like all of a sudden, hey, we get to work in the comic book industry. Dude, this is awesome. This isn't work. Even my wife's like, no, it's your playtime. Uh-huh.
Like, it might be.
So
Where's your Kickstarter package, honey?
I will not say that to her. Because her
If you're
next
still watching, we've heard him say this on meetings.
no, no,
Oh man, why not
no.
end 2020 with M. Scott Russell getting in trouble? This is gonna be great.
That wouldn't be me getting in trouble. That would be my execution. Thank you.
Okay, so let's keep going because we're almost through all the bad things of 2020.
Okay.
We got conventions. That was a bad thing.
But we did start to actually.
Hey, we're gonna steer to the good things.
Okay.
I know where you're going. I know. I see it. I see it in your eyes. So what else do we got on bad things though? We got the DC layoffs.
That was pretty bad.
Huge for our industry. I mean,
we had a lot of social unrest with everything.
yeah, that was a tough one.
Yeah,
that was a tough one for sure. So,
yeah.
I mean, not only that, the crown, we'll say, of anyone new to the comics industry, we used to refer to it as the big three. There used to be DC, Marvel, Image.
Mm-hmm.
That was comics. Then indie was literally basically anyone but them was considered indie. Now, I feel like we can use this as our perfect opportunity segue to go to the good side.
Mm-hmm.
Because the DC layoffs really marked a turning point this year for comics. A lot of those creators that unfortunately got laid off have started doing their own indie campaigns, their own, Kickstarters, Indiegogos. They're merging with other publishers. We've even got some. We can't talk a whole lot about that. We've got some who are finally able to focus their talent on different books that they've meant to get to, that was always on their bucket list.
Oh yeah, and that's what I love. When you get a creator who's like, this is a story I've always wanted to tell, but the editors told me no.
Like Temerity. Temerity is a perfect example.
Yes.
That book is badass. If you guys have not read the first Temerity, go read it. Go get it. Go buy it. Go support those guys. That book is fantastic. If you guys like Guardians of the Galaxy, what's the other one everybody compares it to? Firefly?
They on their advertising compare it to Guardians of the Galaxy meets Firefly.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that sets the bar about right here. Okay. Because I love Guardians of the Galaxy and I love Firefly, but honestly, they hit somewhere up in here. So I don't think it's a fair comparison.
Well, oh man, the character development is so good in these books, you guys. that, I mean, there's been one book so far. I have to keep wording it that way because I was able to read the second book earlier than most people's, and I forget that sometimes.
Mhm.
But the first book, I will tell you, the character development is so good in that people are fans, like legitimately fans of some of the characters. Like Naya
Oh yeah.
has that character has her own fan base at this point. And when you're talking about somebody that made his name, Chad Harden made his name by cutting his teeth with, Marvel, with working on Harley Quinn, obviously,
Yep.
with, working on all of these major studio, major books. He was the go-to guy that like DC would call and say, "Hey, the dude that was supposed to do this fell through. Can you have this in 4 days?" You know what I mean? Like Chad Harden was that safety net that kept so many books afloat. And when he's actively stating, look, like, if we can get this book to take off, this is what I want my full-time job to be. You know what I mean? This is all he wants to do. Like, it's going to be badass.
Oh yeah.
When
Plus, dude. Okay. Also, yeah, we have Chad Harden who's doing the art and the design for it, and it's just so amazing. Gemma Young,
the
holy crap,
writing,
she
oh yeah,
she first off, she's a great artist too. We've had her on the show, how to color, and she's phenomenal, but her writing is on another level.
oh, so good, so good. Let me check in on chat real quick. Andrew says, just remember his wife is watching. I'm remembering. It says, I picked up the variant cover of Temerity 1. I refuse to open it. Need to buy the regular one so that I can read it. You are not alone. Was it the Gemma Young Discord?
Mm-hmm.
I jumped in there and I was looking around. And Gemma's got her own fan base, off of her books like El Dare, all that stuff. And that fan base is already, I mean, you can just see how many people know that book is going to explode. Like that
Oh
book
yeah.
is going to get picked up. It's going to be one of those books where, like Umbrella Academy was just a joke when Gerard Way came out with that. Everybody thought there's no way that the dude from My Chemical Romance is going to make a good comic book. A lot of people don't even realize that it was a comic book until Netflix picked it up. I firmly believe that Temerity is going to be the exact same way. I think that's going to be an entire universe.
1 second.
Mythics on YouTube says Gemma Young is pretty boss.
Oh yeah.
Very much. Yep. Andrew says Gemmalings. That's right. I forgot that. That's what they called themselves.
Yeah, and Jared tried to change it to Gemlings.
Yeah.
And yeah.
And they boisterously made sure that he didn't think he was going to get away with that.
All right. So you can pick up the comic at CryptoComics.com. Well, I put the whole link in the description.
Temerity 1.
The Temerity, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So pick up the first issue, and the coloring by, what is her name? It's
and please leave a review.
Yeah.
Yeah, the color is, dude, everything about that book. I mean, every panel in that
Enrica?
book. Is that how you pronounce it?
I think it's Enrica Aaron and Jolini. If I butchered your name and you're out there listening, please forgive me. I blame.
Don't forgive him. Tase him.
I blame the booze.
But yeah, every panel in that book is cover quality art, which is the other thing that's insane. I mean, and everybody's, well, where's Temerity 2? Where's it at? Why isn't it coming out in like 3 days later? Like, look at the book, guys. You know what I mean? Like, no, dude. They could come out with that like once every 5 years, and I would be stoked.
No.
I mean, they're not going to.
No.
Thankfully, they're not going to.
Take it back. You take it back now.
You take it back right now.
But we've had some really amazing Kickstarters come out.
Oh yeah.
David Lilly with the 5th issue. Oh man, of Dream Keepers. Oh. That has been phenomenal. I can't wait to, get that in the mail because I got it. Yeah, got it.
Not only that, I mean, and that book is, I mean, in its own universe, realistically, with the fandom they've built up around that. And David's one of the coolest people I've met in this industry.
That's
I
another
mean,
thing that this year has been so awesome is honestly, I got to make some really cool friends this year.
mhm,
Like I
yeah,
love being able to just hop on a chat with Tom Rapka and just shoot the shit for a while. You know, how awesome is that?
dude, I spent an entire weekend like learning that you know that the online convention circuit is not something to be, how do we put it? We used to look at online conventions, and I mean everybody in this industry really looked at it as kind of a cop out. It was just
Yeah.
it's not a real convention, it's this, you know what I mean? And then we got involved with CouchCon this year, and it's every bit a real convention. In fact, I will personally say I enjoyed CouchCon more than any of the other in-person conventions that I've been to. Now, yes, I didn't get to meet and shake hands with Kevin Eastman and all that kind of stuff, but at the same time, the people that you get to interact with through that whole weekend and after, I mean,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of those people are just so cool. And you see so many amazing like cosplays. You see
Yeah.
these creators that are making stuff in the artist alley that when we go to a convention, I mean, we're working, you know what I mean? We're there for work. So, you're putting in 20 miles of walking, you're going around the convention talking to all these
20
creators.
miles. That's before setup is done.
Right. But a
Holy
lot of
cow.
times we don't have the opportunity or the chance to, really check out all the booths in the creator corners and stuff like that are in these conventions. And with these online cons, you get to see everything.
Mm-hmm.
And there's so much cool stuff, man. Like, I mean, so much that it just from things that are just small that at a large convention feel kind of insignificant, like a sticker or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Once you find out that, like, actually, who was it? I was watching a live stream where they were hand making these stickers. So every sticker was individual because
It
they were
wasn't
all cut and made by hand.
was it
I
Mythics?
don't remember the name exactly of
No.
who it was that was doing it, but it was, I mean, it was just so cool to sit and watch that process. And as somebody that's, I'm a creator myself, you just sit and get into it and you're like, "Oh, that's
Oh
brilliant.
yeah.
Oh, this is so cool. Oh, look what they're doing here." I mean, and at a normal convention, we can't hit all the panels. There's no way. In fact, pro tip, guys, just so that you're aware, when we're at a real convention, it's me literally making a printout sheet saying these are the panels we have to make it to, guys, and we end up having to split up
Mm-hmm.
who goes to which panel because we don't have enough time to go. Like,
Yeah,
we
but then you make
rarely
fun of
get.
me for taking notes during the panel.
I did not make fun of you for taking
Yes,
notes
you
during the
did.
panel. I made fun of you for not handing out business cards and
I
in
did that at
turn
the end.
taking notes.
I was taking notes while the guy was speaking. And then afterwards, you're like, what the hell, dude? Why?
Andrew Switch says, "No ideas now, Fry."
Yeah.
Amy Fraser says, "The art is so beautiful in Temerity." I love it. That's my favorite part. The art. Well, it's all good, but Nobody Silent says, "Had to switch from YouTube to Twitch. So thank you for the recommendation. Temerity looks badass."
Oh, it is.
Andrew says, "David's work inspired me to start teaching myself to draw." See, that's cool. That's
I
what
know.
2020 has brought us, is added this added transparency between the creators and the fans. And like, this industry is never going to be the same because
Which is
people
a good
realize,
thing, honestly.
yeah,
It is such a good thing because there were all those gatekeepers and everything like that. And when I first went to DC Comics, it was actually because of a mistake on one of their editors' parts. And needless to say, it worked out great for me, but that never happens now. Because of COVID and everything and the lockdown, and we got the online conventions and everything, and the
mhm,
creators are becoming more accessible. I've emailed creators that have nothing to do with our system, asking them questions about their comic. And all of a sudden, I'm getting responses, and I'm like, whoa, this is awesome. And it has nothing to do with who I am. It's just all of a sudden, these guys are now allowed to be approachable.
yes, absolutely. Amy Fraser on Facebook says CouchCon was great because I could multitask. I could have a stream on the TV and hit up Artist Alley at the same time.
Yeah.
That is a perfect point.
Mhm.
And you can do it just chilling in your underwear. You know what I mean? And oh, so great. Not only that, like, you know, CouchCon is a little different because they don't charge admission. They don't do any of that kind of stuff. I know some other digital conventions were
Mhm.
playing with some different ideas this year. DC.
Oh, don't get me started on the DC.
I'm just saying, and some of their ideas fell a little short of expectations.
So did San
CouchCon
Diego.
wasn't one of them. Oh, San
San
Diego.
Diego fell through hard. But
A lot of people
CouchCon,
didn't even know what happened.
I know, but CouchCon, holy crap, man,
CouchCon killed it.
they
Killed it.
did because everything was live and the chat was there and they were
Mhm.
interacting with the chat and it was, that was just the panels,
Cool.
the Artist Alley and stuff like that. I mean,
Mhm.
you're actually in there. You question a creator. Hey, can you do this kind of?
Like a commission.
Yeah,
Live
thanks. I couldn't
commission.
remember the word commission. Hey, I'm looking for this, and all of a sudden I'm getting like a response within minutes going, hey, that actually sounds like something I would love to do. So let's see what we can do.
Yeah, those guys are cool, man. We really look forward to hopefully being able to be a part of the next one.
Mm-hmm.
I swear I keep hitting up David asking if we can. We'll try. Dominic says on Facebook, don't forget to mention that Virtual Con allowed people who never thought of going to Con Possible to do due to all the walking. That's a
Yeah.
great point. We saw a lot of people that attended CouchCon. Again, we keep talking about CouchCon. We were part of a few different ones, but CouchCon, that thing is just
Hands down, the best
legitimately,
convention I've been to
yeah,
in years.
so good. So good. So hats off to the Vivid team. They are so awesome.
There's been a lot of times where it's like, okay, I can't go to this convention because it's in Miami. And look, I'm in Idaho. Miami is not an easy drive. Plane
Right.
tickets cost too much. Now, I mean, CouchCon, where are they based? Is it Florida?
It's East Coast.
Okay.
We can
So,
say East Coast.
all right.
Well,
So,
not only that, a lot of people have anxiety.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Things like that would keep you from, even if you could physically get there, you wouldn't be able to enjoy it. You know what I mean? And CouchCon also, I saw a lot of people that noted how CouchCon allowed them to surpass that.
And I
And
didn't have to pay for a hotel room.
exactly, which is really, really cool. Now that we are to a point where we see this industry from more of the creators' standpoint, I know people have this misconception that, oh, so and so makes comic books, they must be loaded. You know what I mean? I'll
Who
bet
thought that?
99.9% of the people in this industry are working multiple jobs just to get things by. And there's a reason for that. It's because this industry has always, always been set up so that the big three profit and creators come and go. That's how it's always been. The ideas will keep coming as long as we just keep selling that new Batman reboot.
Even out of the big three, it's always been the licensing rights, whether
Mhm.
it's merchandise or movies. That's where they, make that big paycheck. The comic books, that's what drives the stories, not
Mhm.
not the profits.
Yeah, and what's happening now is that with things like CouchCon, what's beautiful about that is, as Matt was just saying, you didn't have to pay for a hotel room, you didn't have to pay for airfare, you didn't have to pay for an Uber to get back and forth to the convention. You didn't have to do all these things. Admission, you didn't have to buy a VIP ticket for $300 to walk around a convention for one weekend.
Now,
And
I'm gonna say, given the chance, I will still go to a full regular convention because I love it.
oh yeah, we're not at all saying there's anything wrong with it, but the fact that a virtual convention
Mhm.
can be up to the same par level, as an in-person is huge, and 2020 proved that really, really quickly, because the thing about these creators is that they might not have all the money in the world, but they definitely have some brilliant ideas.
They
And
got the
when you get a
talent.
few of those creators together, dude, they come up with some seriously cool stuff, which is why we saw Kickstarter Indiegogo blowing up like it did. And the other cool thing about that is that Kickstarter campaigns, Indiegogo, you're no longer throwing support towards a giant corporate conglomerate that is just taking a little portion of that pie and handing it down to the creator. You're supporting those creators directly. You're supporting those print presses directly. You're supporting, I mean, everything down to the shipping that they use. You support that directly. And that just makes this industry absolutely insanely cool, because we're going to start seeing these books that we always wished we saw. I mean, 2020 proved that you didn't have to have the Batman IP to sell a comic. And you didn't have to have
Berserker. That was one of the biggest Kickstarters when it comes to comics ever. And there was no Batman, there was no Superman, there was no X on their chest.
I mean, they had Keanu Reeves, which is...
Yes, they did.
Yeah, I know.
But Keanu Reeves has to be one of the coolest actors in Hollywood.
True.
As far as also considered one of the nicest, too.
Checking in with chat here real quick. Mythics on YouTube says CouchCon was a blast, man. It really was.
What's up, Mythics?
Leslie says, Amy, I agree. Multitasking is amazing. Dominic has a very valid point. Yes, he absolutely does. Rose Kirby on YouTube says, just thinking about what I've seen this year, what's to come, how many new people I will add as friends, hoping it's a lot. You're going to have so many that you're not going to be able to count them. Rose is amazing. If you guys aren't friends with Rose, then you're missing out on life. I'm telling you right now. Memphis says, couldn't agree with you more, Dominic. Leslie on Facebook says, anxiety can physically cripple you. That is very true. Andrew says accessibility. Yes, absolutely. And Andrew comes back in on Twitch to say, Volume 5 received over $100,000 in support, which just goes back to say and to show everyone, like, that's one of the most brilliant things. And everybody's broke right now.
Way that he would have been able to get 100,000 working for one of the big three.
There's no way that they'd get 100,000 in sales going from convention to convention. I mean, and if they did, how much of that pie is then taken by airfare, by hotels, by food, by everything else, by booths alone, can be a staggering amount of money. People don't realize how expensive it is for a creator to be a part of a normal convention.
But they have to do it because that was their livelihood.
Right. But the coolest thing is you jump on Kickstarter, and, you know, shipping aside, because shipping is different for everything. But say you spend $20, you know what I mean? You normally get the comic, you probably get some cool add-ons with it, you know, you get all those things. Well, of that $20, after you figure in print, after you figure everything out, you know, the creator's still only getting about maybe $5, maybe $6 out of that. The creators then got to split that with the penciler, the inker, the letterer, the cover artist. You know, they're not making $1 million on these. Is what I'm getting at, guys. But the fact of the matter is that creator did get that $5 or $6. And 3 years ago, that wasn't the case. If you factored in publishing rights, if you factored in convention costs, if you factored all that stuff in before they're even paying their team, they're maybe making a quarter.
Well, unless you're like freaking Frank Miller or something like that, you're not going to be able to pull in that kind of money off a single issue that you do.
And even then, Warner Brothers made a lot more than Frank Miller did off of everything that Frank Miller's ever made. Oh, yeah. You know what I mean? A lot more. I mean, that's just what it is. And the thing is that, like, I'm just going to word it this way. Everybody's broke right now. You know what I mean? We all are. You know, it's a lean environment when it comes to finances for everybody. And when I can spend $20 and get that much better value for my money, that's worth it to me as a collector, which I think is beneficial for everyone as well.
All of this, okay. I didn't even show that I got the digital download for it like 2 days ago. So I've already read this comic, so I'm never going to be opening it. This is just going to be display comic, right? Do you know how much I spent on this?
Let's see. I'm guessing maybe $30.
$35 for all of this.
Yeah, that's such a great deal. Such a great deal.
You go to the comic book store and you know, look, I
prepared
want.
a meme for all of our U.S. residents, Matt, because I feel like I needed to put a joke in here for.
Yep.
If you're in the U.S., you understand what that joke means.
Now I gotta say, some of these Kickstarters coming up now. Oh, there was that one with Dan, here ago. I think I'm pronouncing his last name right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Sean, if you're watching, am I pronouncing his name right? Okay.
Okay, moving on.
One of his what was it? Not the stretch goals, the tears was a conversation with him. If you were watching that video, he would be in the bathtub. I probably would have done it with that $600. Been like, yes.
And come on, you can't get that at a convention. I mean, you can.
It usually costs a lot more.
It probably involves assault. That's all I'm saying. Okay. If Dan's at a convention in the future, please do not try to assault him for a bathtub thing. Just back to Kickstarter.
Just show him a picture of that, and be like, "Hey, here's the money.
Mm-hmm.
This is what I want." Let's see if he does it. If he does, chime us in. We'll chat with him again.
Which was, I mean, the thing is, though, is that now fans are able to financially support the creators that they like directly. Yeah. Whereas 2 years ago, this is how the indie comic market operated. I'm sorry, I had fun with the memes tonight.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot to show this one. This was a good one.
Oh, yep.
Oh, man.
So,
it's so good.
It has been awesome because, I mean, so many people are actually coming out of the woodworks and going, you know what? I think I can try my hand at this whole indie industry. I got to say, one of my all-time favorite artists, Graham Nolan, you might remember him from the old Batman or Detective Comics, especially around the time when Bane first became popular. He's got an Indiegogo now. And I can't wait to get all that stuff. He says he's shipping out tomorrow. So
now that we're talking about these, we should probably play the commercial for the Death Dwellers teaser, because we're going to be launching that on New Year's. Do this.
Do it.
That is a good commercial.
So I got to call you out.
Yeah.
Okay. So as soon as he put this video on, he got up and took off. Dude, are you just sitting there in your damn boxers?
No. I'm in full dad mode. Cargo shorts, baby.
Okay. Just by the way you took off.
Cargo shorts are like the 2020 fanny pack for dads. That's like carrying a diaper bag around with you nonstop. After you got kids, dude. These and the New Balances. Here we go. Well, I don't wear New Balances.
All right. I honestly
I wear Nikes.
I could still see your camera. So when you took off real quick, it looked like you were just wearing boxer shorts. And I was like, oh, Lord.
Why were you looking for my boxer shorts?
That was all that was on camera. All right. So
let's see. Willow says, can someone give me a link to the donation page? There isn't actually a donation for it, but you can actually support that comic, Death Dwells. You will not be able to do that, however, until New Year's Day.
Yes.
So we'll throw that out there. We could put a link inside of the chat that would direct you to it. However, the reason we're not going to do that during this stream, just to let you know, is that in 2 days that link is going to change when the campaign goes live, and we don't want our comments on different platforms that this video gets stretched out to be incorrect at that time. Excuse me. Just make sure you join us. I had to cough.
No,
yeah. Make sure you join us.
You gotta love Mythics.
I probably shouldn't have said that.
Please tell me you're not wearing Crocs too.
No, I'm wearing very fancy Nikes.
Okay, all right.
Ooh, my legs are white. Dang. That wasn't a camera trick, ladies and gentlemen. I really don't get out.
All right, so it's a sick trailer. Can't wait for the Death Dwells. I'm sorry, I'm still laughing over the shorts.
I love this. Dominic's like, wait, was that a comic or a movie? Exactly.
Yeah,
it's a comic series.
A well-made comic.
Yeah. Well-made comic trailer.
Oh yeah.
Will says this commercial is amazing, so professional and well put together. It is, man. Tom's pulling out all the stops, though. This is going to be a seriously epic book. I mean, I'm going to say I feel very lucky that Tom's joining us on New Year's to do the launch of this thing, because we're huge fans of Tom's work. He's been in the system for a little while now, and we've loved everything he's put out. The thing is that
Death Dwells is funny, dude. I gotta say,
he's so cool. But Death Dwells, the coolest part of that is that he had this epic scaled idea, and Matt actually did a video with him last week, right, Matt?
Yep.
On how he took this incredible idea, and it's huge, guys. I mean, I'm not doing the Trump thing here. I mean, this idea is seriously just insanely massive in scale, and broke it into a series in a way that people can actually digest this information and digest this storyline. And he started putting out
the perfect amount of bite size. It's actually really good. It's all it's very, very well laid out. If you don't believe me, man, go check out the first issue.
Yeah, well, and that's the coolest thing, is that the first issue that came out, Tom himself is, I don't know, he's got such this grand idea in his mind that he felt that the original comic just didn't do it justice. And so what he did is he went back to that first comic and they remade everything. It's new art. They rewrote a few of the parts so that it flows a little bit better. I mean, everything down to new covers. And that's what they're coming out with, is this new variable on his previous idea, which is so cool. I'm really looking forward to this. Oh no.
What?
Let's see. I have more people talking about my cargo shorts. I'm just skipping them for now. Willow on Facebook says, Katie, hello. It's me, Katie. Oh, hi, Katie. Sorry. Willow's just my
Katie.
Facebook name. What's up? What's going on? Mythic saying it's now immortalized.
Back to the Crocs.
Nobody's illusion says, someone please DM me that link on Twitch. Thank you. Do this. Go to Kickstarter and just search for Death Dwells. DEATH space DWELLS. That'll be the best way for you to find it. And Andrew says it's not available yet. It will be available on New Year's. We're going to be doing a stream right at midnight. That thing's coming out.
That would be what, Central Time, midnight Central Time is when it goes live, right?
Yep. Yeah. And thank you. That's a much better way of verbalizing it. That's when the Kickstarter goes live. It becomes available at the close of that Kickstarter. So you get in on the Kickstarter, you back that campaign, you get everything in the mail. Couldn't be nicer. Let's see. Rose says, so when it goes live, I just have to support it. You don't have to. It's entirely up to you. I definitely recommend it. It's gonna be pretty sweet, especially if you're into that zombie genre.
In this industry, it's now, support with your wallet or vote with your wallet. So I'm going to, because it's awesome.
Yeah, and if you can't support, you're still showing support by watching the stream, joining us in chat, sharing the stream out to friends and family, other comic fans, stuff like that. That's great support. You'd be amazed at how far word of mouth stretches for everyone. Andrew says you'll have to wait until the New Year's party for the new one. Yep. Andrew then says the one on crypto will change when the campaign goes live on New Year's. No, it won't. Actually. That's what's beautiful about CryptoComics is you are going to be able to get the original and the new one.
The remix.
Yep. So if you currently have Death Dwells on CryptoComics, or if you don't, go grab it. Make sure you leave a review. It's excellent for Tom. Really helps him out.
Yeah.
But if you do have it, you'll also be able to get the new version, so you can read them back and forth if you'd like. I personally love doing that. See what's changed from the old comics to the new.
Katango did that too.
Nobody's Illusion says, all right then, I guess I have to interact with you all again more. Like we'd give you a choice, Nobody's Illusion. You're here now. Dominic says, don't worry, Fry. We can edit the cargo shorts out. Works. Nobody's Illusion. Death Dwells on New Year's. How fitting. I'm glad somebody's caught it. That's the first time somebody actually made that connection. Willis says, when did you guys meet and what year did you start CryptoComics? Oh, Lord, where were you last week? We did a whole episode on this.
Oh, yeah. Well, let me see. When did I met you at the FanX in Salt Lake? How was that, 2 years ago? 3 years ago?
I think 3.
I think so.
Or 4?
I think it was only 3, but yeah, I remember I was sitting there and I heard that this guy was on vacation. He worked for Apogee, and Jared was trying to almost sell me the idea of working with you because you were like, just this great creative director, like with Apogee, it'll be great to have you on board working with him. Oh boy, like it'll be awesome.
Yeah, that's not at all how that conversation went. I'm betting y'all $10 right now that Jared was like, okay, look.
No, Jared was good at what he does, but he's on the idea of working with you. And the more he kept trying to sell me on it, the more nervous I got. I was like, oh, this sounds like a sales pitch that's 100% guaranteed to go wrong. And then you were like, yeah, I drive a Harley. I'm like, he rides a Harley? And dude, this guy isn't a comic book nerd.
I never said I drive a Harley that way.
No, I said that. Jared said that. Oh. And I was like, he rides a Harley? Like, this guy isn't a comic book nerd. Like, we need a comic book nerd here. And yeah, I met you, and you had all the tats and everything, and I was like, all right, let's do this. And yeah, working with you.
I see. So because I have tattoos, you judge me based on my appearance.
No, it was the tats that you had, and I was like, all right, that's awesome, dude. I mean, I love Banksy. I was like, all right, I'm willing to give this guy a chance. And so I came in a little judgmental. I'm sorry, I'll admit it. But the first time I actually started working with you, it was on the logo, remember?
Mm-hmm.
And normally, I mean, it takes, God, how many iterations before we come to, like, this is the final product?
With logo design, anywhere from, like, 4 if you know what the client wants, up to like 30 sometimes.
Yeah, so
As
I'm
weird as that sounds.
expecting the whole like 30 at the minimum. And him and I sat down and I had an idea. I threw it over to him. He threw an idea back to me. I threw one back to him. And then he's like, here's this one. And I was like, okay, that's our logo. And he was like, okay, this is our logo. Like
Yep, that's
that's
the logo you see on the screen now.
and everything. Like it's always just been smooth working with you. So thank
Yeah,
you
we
for
do,
that,
we
Fry.
do well. Oh, you're welcome. Because everything I do is smooth.
Oh, if only you could say that a little smoother.
Because everything I do is smooth.
There you go.
Did that work? I was trying really hard, guys. Did that work?
It did until you started laughing.
Oh,
All right.
okay.
Oh, Jared's watching this time.
Oh no. JD Smith Didjar says, just got here, guys. Can you start over?
Okay.
Okay, let me go back and chat real quick. Hold on. Hold on.
No,
Before you
Jared's
get there.
watching. Jared's watching.
Matt, you were the comic book nerd. Already had one. Boom. Not sure what that means. What does that mean?
It means we don't need you, Fry. You're out.
Let's see. To answer that question though, yeah, 2018, I think legally. The inception was about a year before that, as far as CryptoComics as a whole, and before that, there was an idea floating around with Matt and Jared called Everyone's Comics, and it all kind of solidified there in 2018. I want to say 2018. I should know that right off the top of my head. I'm pretty sure that's right, but
Are you talking about this one from Willow, the other one?
Oh, wait. Hold on. Yeah, I was just trying to finish answering that question. But Amy Fraser, thank you. The CC First Inception 2017, signed papers September of 2018. Thank you. So, yeah. And then Willow says, I need to get on schedule, guys. Sorry. You go live before TCT goes live on Friday.
I think they go live an hour after us normally. Don't they?
Well, we are going live on Thursday night for New Year's. We won't be going live on Friday. Friday is the 1st. So, I'm not sure. I'll hit them up though and be like, hey, you guys should come jump on our stream. Maybe they will.
That'd
be fun
cool.
to have them on, especially on New Year's. I miss those guys. It's like they never talk to me anymore. If you guys are fans of TCT, why don't you tell them in the chat that Fry is sad that they never reach out to Fry anymore.
I know.
I used to get invited to do fun things. Not anymore.
I mean, you're Thunder after all, right?
I know. I like how we have to try to edit that here.
Thunder. You are Thunder. I am Turkey. You are Thunder.
That's all we're going to say. Goes right along with the COVID vaccine. We're all going to have an I Am Legend experience. Don't say that.
Oh.
But let it be known that CryptoComics will live on, because I will sit in a Mustang with a dog if that happens. These guys, none of them watched the show. None of them read those comics. They're all going to just be like, well, I'm going to go with my wife. Later. I got New York all to myself. Hunting season's open. Rose Kirby says Kickstarter Central 12 midnight. It's actually East Coast at midnight is when we're scheduled to go live on the Kickstarter itself. The stream will go live about a half hour before then, just to give us time to get everything set up, start the first countdown, and then we're just hanging out, like I said, through all the other time zones, like morons. Really, but man, we're gonna have fun. So make sure you guys join up. Let's see here.
Okay, I'll be in the middle of another New Year's party, so I'll jump on when I can. But don't be surprised if I'm having to close one eye to see double. If you know what I mean.
It happens. It happens.
Okay.
Rose Kirby on YouTube says, "Will that be 9 p.m. your time?" Yep, 9 p.m. our time. For those of you who aren't familiar, we are on Mountain Standard Time. So. Dang, Rose is good. Are you stalking us, Rose? No, I'm just kidding.
It's okay. I'm fine with it. We need a good stalker.
That'd be super. Nobody's Illusion on Twitch says, interesting and cool. Even though I haven't been able to catch your streams as often as I should have, I've been here since your DC fandom stream. Oh, nice. That was a fun one. That was fun, other than the fact that
ended after 5 minutes, or the first one.
I think the first one probably. Yeah. So Nobody's Illusion has been around since Discount Alfred then, and that was bad, dude. That's like the one rule of streaming is like to not lose your composure when you're on a stream, because it's, disconnects the chat from the conversation. And in fact, what happened on that stream is that chat took over that conversation. It was basically just me and Jared laughing so hard that we were about to wet ourselves.
I read that comment and I was dying.
Purse pants?
Yep. That's
for real.
Cargo pants. She calls them purse pants.
Is that true? Chat, chime in, man.
If it's
I'm gonna be really upset if that's a thing, and I didn't know that was a thing. You guys don't understand. Every pair of pants I own. No, I have one pair of Levi's. I have one pair of Levi's. I have one pair of slacks that I wear with my suit. Everything else I have is board shorts and cargo shorts. That's it. I got a degree in art so that's all I would have to wear. And if I've been walking around with people making fun of me talking about my purse pants this whole time, I'm going to be really upset. I'll probably cry. Oh, wait. You got to go through an order. You got to go through an order.
I'm answering your question.
Man purse pants.
Man purse pants.
Jeez. Okay. All right. I'm about to take away your controls.
Click it. There.
Jay Smith, this artist says, random question. What is a song that you would pick for each other's funeral? Bro Him Tribute by Pennywise.
See, for you, I would have to say Thunderstruck.
For a funeral, dude?
Yes.
Wow. You need to go listen to Pennywise's Bro Him Tribute, and then you'll be like, man, Frey didn't even hesitate. He hit it right off the bat. What a cool guy. What a great guy.
You're Thunder.
Bro. That's just, I mean, it's kind of fitting. Speaking of which, we got Zolok in the house, everybody. Make sure you say hi to TCT Comics. Says, hey guys, what's up, man? Good to see you finally come around the streams again. Huh?
Yeah, we missed you.
Getting a little too big for CryptoComics streams lately, I see. Dominic says, wait for New Year's. I'm waiting to watch the full thing. I'll be watching till 4 a.m. Don't try that, dude. I'm telling you. Actually, do. Make sure you're active in chat the whole time, though. That'll be great. Willow says, there he is, talking about TCT in the house.
What's up?
Amy says, hi. Nobody's Illusion says, the first DC fandom. The moment that will live on in infamy. Zolok says, my core fans are telling me that you guys want TCT Comics. When don't we?
Of course.
Jeez.
You going to join us for the New Year's stream?
Willow says, I just messaged you. Frey invited you to join on the live New Year's stream. Yep. And now he says, you guys want TCT? Yeah, you're joining us for a New Year's stream. Congratulations. I'll send details to you in Messenger.
No longer asking him if he wants to. It's just, yes.
How about those fashion sense, huh?
Hey, I'm not wearing them now. I'm wearing jeans right now. I
see. Hey, J. Smith Digi Artist says, bro, him good pick. See? Somebody's got a taste in music in here. Mm-hmm. Thank you, JD. Well, it says, purse pants, I can't breathe. Livik says, oh, man, these comments are slaying me. Mad Crazy working nonstop on new books. We hear new books. New TCT books, perhaps. Ooh. Andrew says, I just received my Zolok Unleashed Season 1 today. Nice. Zolok says, I'll join you guys. Oh, all yeah. Right. Okay. We'll send you the details on PM. Facebook. Yeah, Facebook's the best way to get a hold of him. It'll be awesome. And it says, also, LOL, yeah, but first impression, huh? Also, I just missed everything after. We had fun on that stream, so that was good. Let's see. Zolok says, you guys just need to say, hey, I want some TCT Comics on Crypto Live. And we're there, dude. So does it work like Beetlejuice?
No, you have to click your heels together, and then they show up.
Okay, you want to make fun of my fashion sense this whole damn time. And then now you're going to make fun of my slippers too? You know what? I look fantastic in ruby red slippers, and you're just a hater.
You know, I actually have a pair of platform leopard print shoes. So
I don't doubt it.
I would never, you know what? If my wife was watching, bring them on down. I'll put them on right now and show off to everybody. I don't care.
Oh, God. Jenny, are you on, please?
I'm basically that drunk, so I'll do it.
I'm about to drive up to his house, live streaming the whole time. Well, it says Fry's Dorothy slippers. Is this going to become a thing where chat just makes fun of my clothes?
Hey, you got an awesome shirt.
Yes, I do. Yeah.
Oh, God, I hear my daughter giggling. I think she heard me.
Oh, let's do this. Never says the comics on the site so free to borrow. Is that done with? Honestly, I haven't been interacting with you all since. But now that I have an actual computer, I can use the website now. Pro tip, you can use the website with any device that can touch the internet. Oh, do we have the shoes?
I have the shoes. I'm putting them on now.
Okay. While he's putting those on, yes, the comics on the site are currently free to borrow. We just ask that you leave a review for the creator. That is going to be going away here quite soon, though. So make sure you take advantage of that opportunity.
Not saying when.
Given by all these amazing creators.
But very, very soon. So now's your time. Leave reviews.
Yes, sir. Zolik says, love you all. Thank you, core fans. And yes, I've been working a lot from new books to video games, music, and videos. It's been wild, my brothers. Dude. I feel like it's been forever since we got to hang out with the TZT guys. I miss them. Oh, Lord. Stand up. Drop that camera.
Nope, can't drop the camera.
Here you go, chat. You got to. Lift that bad boy up. Oh, wow. Look at that. Look at how fantastic that is.
Yep.
Wow. Those look well broke in. Do you mow the lawn in those?
Once.
Yeah, so chat's not saying much about my purse pants now, are they?
Nope.
Let me check in the chat. Speaking of which, Rose Kirby on YouTube says, I will try to do my Facebook and Instagram page at the end of the year message. I'll try to watch more than 1 hour depending on what's happening. Hey, if you can just join us to say what's up, we'd appreciate it. As always, Rose. Love you to death. Nobody's loser says, do it. Zolik says, wow, Matt Russell, my bro, look at you with them shoes. Jared Brogg says, wow.
Hey, I said I would do it.
Amy Fraser says, holy crap, Matt, those shoes need tassels with them. Where's Gio? Let's find Gio.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Dominic says, Matt, do you want to borrow my leopard print corset?
Wait, Dominic, why do you have a leopard print corset?
J. Smith Digiartist says, you have purse pants, and Scott Russell has lifts. Am I wrong for thinking that Bug Magnet has a Borat bikini?
I'm sure he does. Actually, let's
find out.
I can't even say that with a straight face.
Yeah. Holy cow. Jared, if you've got a banana hammock, you might have to show it on stream. Solar Night Flare says, purse pants. Yes. You went around earlier. People made fun of the shorts I'm wearing because they are cargo shorts, and they are now known as purse pants. Nobody's loose says, oh my God, you actually did it. Nice. You beat them shoes, bro. Guy you beat. Yeah. He wins. Nobody's loose says, I feel like I'm missing an inside joke. You're not yet. Just ridiculous.
Just, we are the joke. I'll say
Willow says, well, they must be comfortable. He's still wearing them.
I am still wearing them. They are actually extremely comfortable.
Oh, wow. Let it be known that as we end this stream, we're ending it in the way that M. Scott Russell would have wanted it. In those shoes. Take care of one another, guys. We love you. Later.